What's up guys? In today's video I'm going to teach you and I'm going to show you how to create trades. I always do this, but as in the previous video I've never showed you how to do this. So it's very simple and we are going to see that now. So how do we open trades in MQL5? It is as simple as coming to the IDE and then here, well, let's remove this one. What we have to do is to create a new expert advisor, a new bot. So here we are going to click on next. We are going to give it a name. We are going to simply put operations next. You don't have to select any of those. And here we are going to remove all this. So now that we have this, we have to include a library. How do we include a library? We just simply have to put this and then here include. And now we have to put the name of the library that we want to include. But this library is inside a folder. So we have to put here trade and now trade.mqa. So yeah, you just need to put that. Now we have to create a seed trade object. So for example, we can do that by putting here seed trade and just putting here like trade. With this, we have already created an object that will be able to open trades. So what we can also do is to create a variable to store the tickets for the trade. This variable, it must be a ulong variable, which means unsigned long. And here we are going to put trade ticket. So now that we have this, what we are going to do in this bot is that on every tick, we are going to open a position, an operation, a trade, or however you want to call it. So here we are going to put onTick. In this onTick function, which is being executed every time a tick comes, we are going to open positions. So how do we open a buy operation? It is as simple as using the object that we created and now calling a method inside this object. So for example, we can put here buy and now we are going to open a buy. But before we do anything, we have to set some variables. So for example, the first one is the volume, which means also the lotage, and we can put here 0.01 or whatever you want to put, but it must be a double. With 2 decimals. Be careful with that. The next thing that we have to put here is the symbol. So now we can say here that, hey, use the current symbol of the chart. And now we have to say the current price. For that, we need to take some values. And that value that we need to take is called the ask. Since we are going to buy, we need to use the ask. So in order to take the ask, we can put here symbol info double, and now here we just need to set, to give the symbol, and now it is telling us, hey, what do you want to take? The ask high, the ask low? We want the ask. So we are going to put this here, and now since this is going to give you a number with a lot of decimals and you may not need all those decimals, what you can do is that you can use the function called normalize double. So now here we can say that, hey, we just want the amount of digits that this market has. So with that, everything will be okay. So now that we have this, we have to put here ask, and now we have to put here the stop loss. So since the buy is like this, the stop loss must be below. So we have to put here a number below the ask. But for example, let's say that we want this 40 points below the price. Do we have to put it like this? No, because imagine if we are in a market in which the price is $1, we are not 40 points below if we put this. We are like 40 euros or whatever we put it. So in order to be 40 points below, what we have to do is to multiply this 40 by the value of each point. And how do we take the value of each point in the current chart? Like this. This is truly useful because this gives you the information of the current chart. So like this, we are going to put the stop loss under the opening point. So the next thing is to put now a take profit above the opening point. How do we do that? We can put here simply, well, we are going to do it like this. We can put here simply ask and now plus, but we have to do the same. We have to set the amount of points that we want to be above and multiplying this amount by the current value of the point. The next thing is to put here a comment, a string. You can put here this, or you can simply put here null. So now if we continue, what we have to do now is to open a cell. And how do we open a cell? It is very simple. So before in the buy we took the ask, but now in the sell we have to take the bid. So here we are going to put bid, and instead of here putting ask, we are going to put bid. But now it's more or less the same. So instead of calling the method trade buy, we are going to call the method trade sell. So now we are going to set a lot edge. We say the current symbol. Now instead of ask, we are going to put the bid. And now against, but in this case, the sell, the stop loss in the sell must be above. So instead of putting less, we have to put plus. So we can put here bid minus, plus 40 points, but I need to multiply this 40 by the value of each point. So I put here this, and now in the take profit, I have to put it under, so I have to say the bid minus the amount of points. So here I'm going to put this, and now that's it. Like, we don't need to do anything else. So this bot will create a lot of operations because in each tick we are going to create an operations. Also, I forgot to tell you that if you want to store the trade ticket, you have to call the method trade result order. It is very simple, and here this trade ticket will allow you to close an operation whenever, without this operation reaching the stop loss or the take profit. So now we compile, pressing this and checking that everything is okay. And now we come here to the tester strategy. And how did I call this bot? If I'm not wrong, I call these operations or something like that. So now we have to come here and check these operations. And now we set a period, whatever, yeah. So we put the visual mode, and now we click on start, and we should see, like, now you saw that, hey, this was too fast, but since we are opening a position on each tick, that's normal because it's what is going to happen. So now we can see here that on every new tick that comes, a new operation is opened. So for example, let me make this faster. So for example, instead of doing this, what we are going to do is going tick by tick, and you can see that on every new tick, we are opening a position. So that's how you open positions here in MetaTrader 5. It is, in MQL5. It is very simple. And if you enjoyed the video and you understood how to do it, give it a like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one.